It's Halloween. Guess what I'm going as? Some people were thinking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Well, no. Some were like a biker. So I just kind of mixed it up here. It was a steampunk outfit. But welcome to a brand new episode of The Lockbox, brought to you by the Grandon Group, full-time agents for your full-time life. Hey, everybody, I'm Jason Grandon with the Grandon Group. Hope you're doing great. I got to tell you, it is an absolute beautiful day before Halloween out here. Absolutely perfect. And things are looking just great. It's 65 degrees, or I'm sorry, it's like 80 degrees for the high today, but it's beautiful. Perfect weather. And we are up here for Halloween. So we are going to get started today with our annual haunted house episode. The Lockbox presents the haunted house episode. So anyways, before we get started though, let me welcome everyone back to the Lockbox. Thank you for making us Arizona's #1 real estate and lifestyle podcast. The Grandon Group, we are full-time agents for your full-time life. And today we're talking haunted houses, trick or treat safety. And I got a few spooky stories, including one that actually happened to me. Some of you may have heard it before, but maybe not. If not, jump in here. So before we get started, I want to get into trick or treat safety tips. Okay. So there's a lot of people that are like, I don't do trick or treating and stuff. Personally, I think the kids need to learn how to do it. And so we send them out and we hang out with them. But Halloween falls on a Friday this year, which means every time a holiday falls on a weekend, it means more people are out, more cars on the road. So parents, make sure your kids have flashlights or glow sticks or both. Stay out of the middle of the road, especially even in gated neighborhoods. If you're walking in the middle of the road, it tends to be dark, and there's always someone who's just not that smart and they fly through there. And then also make sure that you drive carefully through neighborhoods. And then importantly, keep your pets indoors. All right. People out doing weird stuff on Halloween. And, when the holiday hits on the weekend, like I said, people tend to get careless. So let's be smart, safe, and just enjoy it. So I hope last week you guys had a chance to listen to the Arizona haunted stuff. We talked about a lot of haunted places across the U.S., but mainly here in Arizona. And I got a lot of response and that people loved it. So that is great. So now I've been in real estate a long time. Our team's been here a long time. My dad started with it. We had that big Arabian ranch and he was still doing some real estate. And then, my sister joined us. So we've seen a lot of stuff. So, but I got to tell you, I'm going to tell you this little story that happened to me. And this is the truth. It was I was about 2 years into real estate, maybe. So this was about 23 years ago, maybe 22 years ago. And, anyways, this is 100% true. So, for those of you that don't know, the Grandon Group, we also own instantrenters.com, which means we help people find rentals. We don't do property management. People call us, they're like, hey, I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Take me out and show it. So this particular person had called. It was actually probably around August, okay, because it was still getting, maybe a little earlier, but it was still light outside. It was starting to get dark around 6:30 or 7, so maybe September. And anyways, so I get a call and this guy calls. He's like, hey, I want to go check out this house over off of like 7th Street in Thunderbird area. And that area is a pretty affluent area. It's over by the golf course and a really nice little place. So, and the place had been sitting for a little while. So anyways, I showed him some other homes. And then finally about 6:37, we make it to the house. Now it's dark. The rule in Arizona is that if your house is vacant, you're supposed to have the electric on and the utilities so people can, see the lights on and stuff like that. It's a rule. So, okay, so we pull up to this house and I noticed the doorbell light is not lit. And I'm like, darn it. This place is probably dark. And, iPhones were just coming out. So, you had those brand new flashlights on the iPhone 1 or 2, whatever it was. So, and I didn't have a flashlight in the car. So anyways, we get to the house and I'm like, darn, the lights, the electric's off in this thing. And this guy really wanted to see this house. So anyways, I look in the window next to the door and there is it looked like a light with a garden chair and some newspapers. And I was like, oh, wow, the light's on, but all the other lights were off. So I get the lockbox and I open the door and I go in and it looked like someone had just left, scattered, like the papers kind of just looked like it was just thrown on the ground. And the light was off, by the way, when I got back in the house. And there's no electric on in the house. None. Absolutely none. Now, keep in mind, it was still hot outside, so it was still very warm outside. And go in the house, I'm like, that's weird. And as soon as you walk in, you could feel just like this presence. It's just like a really heavy feeling. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You walk in somewhere, you just feel this uncomfortable feeling. So anyways, we're in the living room, looking around the kitchen area, stuff like that. And the papers are there. No doors are open. It was the only door that was open was the front door that I came through. The slider to the backyard was locked. And we're just like, wow, it's weird. So then we mosey down the hallway and we get into the master. Now, this is where things get a little chilly. Walk into the master and talking about having a feel on you that's just pounding down. This was it. In addition, now get a hold of this. Everything's off. Lights are off. Electric's off. The master bedroom was freezing cold. And I am talking 60, 62 degrees maybe. Everything's off. The master bedroom was freezing cold. So we're looking around there. I'm like, this is just weird. Get back to the house. The guy's like, I want to check the AC out. So see what's going on. So we go around. Now, again, the electric's off and he knows it's off. We go around and we're looking at the AC unit over on the east end of the house. So we're looking at it and looked like a newer unit, which it was. And all of a sudden we hear this, hey, and the neighbor comes over. First of all, scared the living daylights out of me, scared my client. And it was the neighbor. He's like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, hey, I'm a realtor. Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. Full-time agents for your full-time life. Got to add the plug in there, everybody. So he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? So I let him know who I am, give him a card. And he proceeds to tell us what the story. So he's like, listen, you guys don't know the story with this house. We're like, no, it's weird. He goes, I'm telling you, it's haunted. Now, this is in an affluent neighborhood over off of Thunderbird and 7th Street. And so he tells us about the story. So as it turns out, this was a brand new AC unit, by the way. All the electric's off, but the AC had to keep getting replaced because it keeps freezing up. And freezing up to where it keeps freezing everything out. So he said this was like the third unit in maybe 3 or 4 months. And that about 6 months prior to this, there was a double murder in the house. The husband killed his wife and then killed himself, something to that effect. And the ghost is still in the house. And so he said that people going to the house, the people that moved into it prior after the incident would get frozen out. And they'd change the AC out, get a brand new one, and it would still happen. The AC and just that master would freeze up. And it just so happens that is where these murders took place. Needless to say, we got out of there. Now, till this day, I don't know what's up with the house. I know a lot of stuff's been torn down and remodeled over there. I don't know what happened with this place. He didn't take it. My client didn't take it, but absolute 100% true story. And in fact, you'll know that I'm telling you the truth because if you go back over the past couple of years, I tell this story every year. And it is really freaky. So for those of you that don't believe in haunted houses, there are certainly haunted houses here in Arizona. And that's one, I mean, we've had other things happen and stuff. I've been in some other houses, one in Kierland, and it was big news, where the brothers had a shoot off with each other and they both ended up killing each other. And that house, you could feel a presence in that one as well. But nothing like this one with the air conditioning keep breaking and stuff like that. Wild. Very wild. So that's my haunted house ghost story for you guys for Halloween. So listen, Halloween, and some people don't celebrate Halloween; they celebrate fall. That's fine, and it's great. We're going into holiday season, and now for the next 8 weeks, it is going to be just to the walls. So real estate wise, it's picking up. Rates just dropped. People are starting to look. In fact, this morning the email box was full with some requests to see certain houses, and I've preached this to you guys before, but it's time to get in this market. Yes, interest rates are still a little high, but they're coming down. Get in now because many of the people are predicting that after as we hit summer next year, the economy is going to be really booming. Interest rates are going to drop, and it's going to be a little bit of a rat race to get a house. Get in there now. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. So I want to transition out of this haunted story, and then let's get just a little warmth and reflection, because we are towards the end of the year. We're in the final, we're hitting the final month of Jason. For those of you listening to the other podcasts, the 5 months of Jason are July, August, September. We're in October. We're getting ready to go into November. Pretty clever, huh? Halloween and fall just isn't about the scary stuff. It's also about gratitude. And so I want to take a second just to let you know, at the Grandon Group, we believe everything that really matters is inside your home. Not the walls, not the toys, not the TVs, but the people and the memories you make. Tie in God, family, and fellowship, and you've got a great place. That's what's most important. We've got a lot of noise out there with people talking about, oh, look what's going on in the news and this and that. And I do preach about getting involved with your community and different things. But you know what? Everybody is going to have their own opinion, and it's not worth losing family and friendships over disagreements, specifically politically. So inside your home, which the Grandon Group sells, the walls, the toys, the furniture, the only thing that matters in there is the family and the love you guys make. So listen, hope you have a great, great holiday. Halloween is here tomorrow. Trick-or-treating, have a good time, be safe, tie in God, family, and fellowship. And listen, we are here. We are getting ready to go in the holiday season. Don't forget, Saturday morning at midnight, or actually Friday night at midnight, Christmas music starts. And I'm telling you, these podcasts are going to get, if you want to have a good time, we are going to talk to you about the real estate market, but we're going to talk to you about some great things that are coming up. I've got some great guests coming up, a lot of pictures. Check out thegrandongroup.com. Go over to the blog section. You can read our almost daily blogs. And we've got a lot of stuff that relates to everyday lifestyle. Listen, happy Halloween. Thanks again for listening to the Lockbox, the Halloween special presented by the Grandon Group. We are brokered by My Home Group. We are full-time agents for your full-time life. Have a safe Halloween. Thank God for your blessings. And remember, the most important things are already inside your home. Have a great holiday.